Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I started a little late today. 5 minutes later than usual. Uh sorry for that bit of a delay. But I'm here now and it's all about wrestling, guys. Episode 7. As you see in the description, Wrestle Kingdom Night One. I didn't see it live, of course, I was asleep. We'll talk about it. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't listen to this because I will spoil it. It's an Eva Marie update. Yeah, don't get bent out of shape over this. I know how people are about Eva Marie. I'm sort of one of them. We'll go over review of Raw last week, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW. We'll question tonight did Alexa Bliss get set on fire by Randy Orton last week, and who will be on Legends Night. We'll take a list on who's going to be on Legends Night tonight. We'll talk Royal Rumble early predictions. Royal Rumble predictions is early. It's only 3 weeks. Well, actually, it's a little bit less than 4 weeks. It's more like I don't know. Like was today's the 4th? Okay, 27 days. So 1 day less than 4 weeks. So 3 weeks and 6 days to the Royal Rumble. And it's early predictions, guys. So in 4 weeks it could change. We will see. Next week, the week after, the week before Royal Rumble, and Royal Rumble show, Royal Rumble preview show, it could change my prediction who will win the Royal Rumble. Both women's and men could change by then, based on how SmackDown and Raw is going in a few weeks. Depending on the certain wrestlers or that look like they're gonna win the Royal Rumble. For example, Daniel Bryan, one of my favorites to win the men's Royal Rumble. I don't have a clear-cut favorite to win the men's Royal Rumble. I have 2 for the women's, but I'll get to that later, guys. Get to that later. And we'll preview Raw tonight. It's a pretty big night. We have a title match, too. Don't forget. And we'll find out. As I said, is Alexa Bliss have been set on fire. And at Royal Rumble, is there going to be a gimmick match between the Fiend and Randy Orton? We'll go over it. Even though we just had one. But first, let's go to Wrestle Kingdom. So I finished Wrestle Kingdom about an hour ago. Wrestle Kingdom Night One. So, you know Wrestle Kingdom was the biggest night of New Japan, right? This is Wrestle Kingdom 15. Well, this was a solid show. It did not. I'll be honest with you. It did not feel like the Wrestle Kingdom of the past years. I know it's because of the situation we're in right now. The whole world's in. So I give them a pass there. But the matches are solid. Matches are solid. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't listen to this part. Do something else and then come back to maybe 10, 15 to 10 to 20 minutes later. So the first match we got was Alpha Tasmo versus something that I don't know. Alpha Tasmo, Hiroki Takahashi. Was it? Hiromu Takahashi. Sorry. It was a good match. Alpha Tasmo's Canadian. I knew that. You know, Takahashi. The winner of this match gets a shot at. Oh, I forget. I knew who it was. At the HP light heavyweight championship. I forget. Sorry, I'm not a New Japan enthusiast, so I'm a casual fan. But I know whoever wins this match on night 2 gets a championship number 1 contenders match, and that's where Hiromu Takahashi won. As expected. Remember, he came back from last year from a devastating neck injury. He defeated Will Ospreay. We'll get to Will Ospreay later. Next, we have members of the Suzuki Gun squad. Zack Sabre Jr. and Tai Chi, who are the tag team champions from New Japan, facing GLD, Guerrillas of Destiny, for representing Bullet Club. And Tangaloa, no signature hair, and he's shaved too, so he has short hair. And they never won at Wrestle Kingdom. And that's the story going into this, that the Guerrillas of Destiny has never won Wrestle Kingdom. Well, that changed tonight, or last night in Japan, morning where North America watched it. That changed. Guerrillas of Destiny became tag team champions for a 7-day time. And it's first time they won in the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom. So their losing streak, their bad luck at the Tokyo Dome Wrestle Kingdom ended this Monday. And now Bullet Club holds the tag team titles. Next match we have Kenta versus, I forgot who it was, sorry. But before this, we had a promo on the Jumbotron. John Moxley cutting a promo. He's in the U.S., so he never. People suspect, he's gonna be in New Japan because he's never showed up in AEW TV since he lost the AEW Championship to Kenny Omega about a month ago. He has never showed up in AEW TV since. But I'm one of the few who didn't see him going to New Japan because of what's going on. I know he has to quarantine for 2 weeks. I just never bought it. I know some people say, he's gonna be in New Japan. So Kenta won his match. He gets a title shot. I think it's gonna be happening in New Japan in the U.S. New Japan has a show in the U.S. So I think Kenta's gonna face John Moxley in the U.S., not in Japan. That just seems like it's building up to. Next we have the Great Old Khan versus Tanahashi. And yeah, I'm like with some people. Well, this match doesn't intrigue me. I didn't know who Great Old Khan was. I mean, I heard of him. And yet Tanahashi, who's been this year, hasn't been going his way. Same as Okada. But with Tanahashi, it's not been going his way. But he won. See, I'm not going in detail the matches, guys. I want you to watch them yourself. So you should watch these matches. Tanahashi won, defeated the Great Old Khan. I'll tell you how it ended. He did a splash to Great Old Khan on the back, off the top rope, onto Great Old Khan's back. Then he did a splash off the top rope again. He got on the top rope. Right after that, when the Great Old Khan rolled over, Tanahashi gave him a splash right onto his stomach. Great Old Khan's stomach. Gets a 1, 2, 3. In the next match, we have these next two matches were probably the biggest matches of the night. The most intriguing matches for Wrestle Kingdom the first night. And this match before the main event was Okada versus Will Ospreay. Now, remember, Will Ospreay was part of Chaos, right? Leader was Okada. Now, but Will Ospreay turned on Okada to join his own faction, to create his own faction, the Empire, with his girlfriend, Babe Peasley. I think Great Old Khan's in it. I think Jeff Cobb is in it now. So he's turned heel. I like this for Will Ospreay. I think he'll do well. I think he's a great athlete. He's gotten stronger. And this match with Okada, he lost. He lost, by the way. But it will propel him to the next level. Possibly a heavyweight championship in New Japan. Like Omega was at one point. Kota Ibushi. I'll talk about Kota Ibushi a little bit later on. It was a great match. Solid match. Hard-hitting match. This is all about revenge for Okada and Will Ospreay. This is about Will Ospreay proving that he's better than Okada. But Okada won the match. But it was a tremendous match between the two. You could tell Will Ospreay is ready for the next level, the next step in his career. And him being a leader of the Empire, him being this arrogant heel, is a great way. It's a good development for this guy. Because he's one hell of an athlete. Very good in the ring. Very good. And he actually brought back the best out of Okada. Now we go to the main event. The main event was Taisen Naito defending both championships, heavyweight championship, New Japan's heavyweight championship, and Intercontinental championship, double champion against Kota Ibushi. Remember, Kota Ibushi won the G1, but he was challenged by Jay White for the championship match of Wrestle Kingdom, the briefcase, whatever. But Jay White won that, so that automatically makes Kota Ibushi out of it, right? Out of the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. But Naito won the wrestle Kota Ibushi. Usually the champion, and we're starting last year, will wrestle on night 2. But Naito decided that, I'm going to wrestle on both nights. If I'm champion, if he defends his title and retains, he'll wrestle Jay Wright on Wrestle Kingdom 2, which is tomorrow, January 5th. But Kota Ibushi gets the first shot at Taisen Naito. If Kota Ibushi wins, he faces Jay Wright. And this match was tremendous. I'm not going to go into detail about this match. He finished him off with his finishing move. Whatever. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. I got to listen to it more. Then I got to listen to more of his finishing move with the kick. Kind of like a V-trigger almost. But he doesn't run. He holds the guy's arms and he pulls him in for the knee strike. It's like a hard-ass knee strike. That's how he defeated Naito to become double champion. See, Naito got up, handed him the titles as a sign of respect. They respect each other. And then you see the cowardly heel, the disasterly heel leader of the Bullet Club, Jay Wright, come out with manager Gato, takes the mic, sarcastically claps for Ibushi. And you know how Jay White is. He says he's gonna take his title away from him. He's gonna take both titles away from Night 2, Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, and Ibushi is gonna have nothing after he takes away the title, and he's basically says, enjoy your night with the belts because it's only gonna be one night. And Ibushi and Jay White have been going at it for a while now. Remember, Jay White defeated Ibushi to rightfully challenge Naito for the double belts at Wrestle Kingdom. But Naito won Ibushi. And remember G1 2019 when Ibushi defeated Jay White in the finals of G1 Climax. Remember that was when Jay White had the whole Bullet Club come out with him. Remember that? Sorry, I was a little distracted there. So that's Wrestle Kingdom mini brief review. Let's skip some of the news for now. I'll get that at the end. Let's talk about the weekly review of wrestling. We'll start with Raw because that's the first show. Monday, we got a title match between Keith Lee and Sheamus. Not title match, number 1 contender match, sorry. And whoever wins that match faces Drew McIntyre on tonight's show for the WWE Championship on Legends Night. Well, while I talk about that, I'm going to search for who's appearing on Legends Night because I have it memorized. I didn't memorize it. So I'll just go to the names here a little bit later on. Sorry about that. So Keith Lee and Sheamus, they don't get along, and Drew McIntyre tries to play peacemaker between the two. Keith Lee wins. He'll get a title match tonight. Drew McIntyre. I'm predicting McIntyre wins, but not clean. I think Sheamus is going to cost Keith Lee the match. We had Shayna Baszler take on Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke looked really good. I don't know what that move was that she did to Shayna Baszler, but she kind of like jumped into the flip. I don't know what, like an aerial flip, some sort of neck breaker to Shayna Baszler. Of course, she wasn't gonna beat Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler won. Mandy Rose went to check on Dana Brooke. She choked out. Well, she didn't really choke out, but she put her in a submission. Mandy Rose in a submission. Later that night, her tag team partner Nia Jax had a match with Charlotte. Charlotte won by DQ when Charlotte was about Nia Jax in figure 4 or figure 8. Shayna Baszler got involved, attacked Charlotte, and Asuka came for the save. Nia Jax declared herself for the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. We had Retribution Ricochet versus Mustafa Ali. Hell of a match, tremendous match. Ali won. We went to the mic, said join, and he gave the mic to Ricochet. And Ricochet's like, I made him a decision. Ali thinks he's gonna say yes to accept his invitation to Retribution, but Ricochet tricks him and he gives him like his move, and he gets out of the ring. Shocking, and now you know what's gonna happen. Shocking Retribution. What happened? We know her business tag team champions. What else happened on Raw? I'll talk. Oh, we have that segment with Alexa Bliss on the swing set. Then you see Randy Orton pop up on the Firefly Funhouse. She arrives in the Firefly Funhouse, starts trashing it, rips Randy Rabbit's head off, knocks the Abigail doll, and you see Alexa Bliss get pissed, get mad. He says, "I want to see you in the ring tonight." And Randy Orton's like, "I accept." And I'll lead you on to later to that night. We'll tell you what it's all about. That's pretty much it about Raw. It's important, actually. Oh, AJ Styles got in a match with Elias. I don't know if AJ Styles is turning face or he beat Elias. So I guess it's a throwaway thing, just something for them to do. So we get to the main event. Alexa Bliss is in the ring. Randy Orton's in the ring. Alexa Bliss gets a can of gas. Douses herself in gas. Douses the ring in gas. Gives a match to Randy Orton. She wants Randy Orton to light her on fire. And so Randy Orton's like, I'm not going to light you on fire because you want it. I'm going to light you on fire because I will light you on fire because I want to. And that's the thing, basically. And it turns dark. You see an up close of Randy Orton in the lit match. But we don't know if the thing is, it's a cliffhanger tonight. I hope we will get something tonight's Raw that answers that. But it's a cliffhanger. We don't know if he did or not light Alexa Bliss on fire. But the thing is, Raw Talk was like, hey, what happened at Raw Talk? Did they mention it at all? I don't know. Like, did he light her on fire? Wouldn't there be fire all around? I don't know, man. It is very weird. I mean, they didn't. I was hearing it on Fightful's Wall Review. Denise and Sean going back and forth about it. I understand cliffhangers, but I kind of agree. Like, if you can do that, don't have the talk show after or something. I don't know. Let's have it like a night off because of that. I mean, if we don't know, it's a cliffhanger. Leave it a night off, man. It's not like, I know it's a TV show. Like, you have to produce it like a regular TV show. But this is wrestling. We kind of treat it like a sport. I mean, you got shows like, you know, there's review shows on TV for shows that end in cliffhangers. Like a lot of DC shows have cliffhangers and stuff, and then people will review it. But this is wrestling, and they don't have like a. But the thing is, those review shows are not on set or anywhere. They're not a set of the show that they're reviewing. They're a set of I don't know, AMC, Collider, or whatever. Where Raw, when they're reviewing Raw Talk, they're on the same set as Raw, and having that cliffhanger doesn't make sense because they're on the same set. post show. It's like, right? It's a post show, right? It clearly doesn't make sense. Let's go to Wednesday's night. So I'm gonna start with AEW. They did a tribute show to Brody Lee. It was all around. The whole show was based around Brody Lee's tragic death. They have his son there, his family's there. They are all on the stage before a show, honoring Brody Lee. His family's there, and every match had the whole show. It was not a canon match. Think of it. It's not canon. The show. There's a little bit of canon stuff in it happened, but 95% of the show was not canon. They moved the holiday shows to this week and the week after. So the 6th and the 13th, we're gonna have the special AEW shows. Every match on this show had Dark Order member in it. And they were the faces. Dark Order were faces because it was the right thing to do. You can't make them a heel in this situation. And I wouldn't be surprised if they continue them making faces because they're very likable. And they're continuing the Dark Order. I don't see them getting a new leader. I'm seeing being a mutual group, mutual leadership among the members. Maybe sort of an equal leadership, equal input. Nobody tells them what to do or tells them not what to do. Leader, like Brody Lee was a leader, but I don't see him getting a new leader, and I see him as an equal. All of them an equal. So now every man. Oh yeah, Tim. Yeah, I agree with you, Tim. They do. Yeah, so every match basically had Dark Order in it. It was a good thing. I like MJF and Jericho. When MJF was a dick to Brody Lee's kid. Brody Lee's kid was in the audience with the Dark Order mask. After the match, Brody Lee's kid, Brody Lee Jr. hit MJF with the cane. The cane is such a popular weapon now in WWE and AEW. It's become as popular as a steel chair. Who did the Young Bucks team up with? Coco Cabana? I don't remember the matches. I know it's all AEW. We had TJ, Conti, whatever, and Anna Jay taking on Britt Baker and Penelope Ford. Okay, they win. Britt Baker and Penelope Ford lose to them. Of course, every match AEW is going to be involved in. They're going to win. We had Lance Archer's tribute to Brody Lee by wearing what Brody Lee wears with the shirt, and you can see the extension of the shirt, and the jeans what Brody Lee wears. Well, that's actually what he wore in WWE, but I like how he was honoring him. This was pretty much a tribute show. It was a good show. They did a tremendous job. Don't get a ratings war. I don't want to see anybody ratings. Oh, AEW did this and NXT this. You know what? Last week, who gives a shit about ratings between AEW and NXT, okay? AEW didn't care about ratings that week. Let's get that out of the way. They did not care about ratings that week. They cared about Brody Lee. They could go back to ratings this week when they challenged NXT and New Year's Evil. They could go back to people. You could go back to debating ratings between the two this week. And personally, who cares about ratings? I like both shows. I want them to do both well, okay? And here's the thing. Back in when WCW and WWE were around, I didn't want WCW to kill WWE. I'll be honest with you. I like WCW a little bit more than WWE at the time. But I still watch both, and I don't trash talk both of them. I don't give a shit about ratings. I know a lot of people do. And there's some people in the missing media that give the ratings to stir up the pot. But last week's show is not about ratings, so don't stir up anything about that, guys. The ratings war. And that Bruce Mitchell guy, fucking idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a fucking idiot. Just apologize. Just, you know what? Just apologize to the family. Come up with some common sense too. Just. I'm sorry. I got lost in there. Like I didn't want to say anything about that against Bruce Mitchell. I didn't post any tweets about Bruce Mitchell on Twitter. I didn't say anything about that. I mean, reading stuff. I read what he said. I read what people were saying about him. I'm like, yeah, this guy needs a reality check, man. This guy really needs to be called out, and it's costing his career. He's not apologizing. He's doubling down on everything. He's not looking at what he's saying. And I'll be right back. I gotta get more water, guys. So be right back, and I'll talk about NXT when I come back. Be right back. I am back, and I'm back. So NXT, guys, we're on the verge of NXT, on the brink of NXT New Year's Evil this Wednesday, and I'm doing a live stream of preview NXT New Year's Evil Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Before your listener boy, come join me. I don't know, it's gonna be an hour long, might be 30 minutes long, but I don't know. But come join me, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern this Wednesday. I like to do predictions. This is simply, I like to do pay-per-view predictions, NXT, AEW, WWE, on the day of the pay-per-view, because things could change, you guys. Things could change, and it's happened before, so I like to make sure I do my show on my prediction shows on the day of the pay-per-view. And before I get to NXT, starting NXT review, come check out my breakout stars of who I think is going to break out 2021 in WWE, 2021, my breakout candidates, and my top five for each breakout, and top 5 superstars 2020. And you might be surprised who's number 1. Oh, yeah, thanks. There's something. I just got news on my phone. Nothing related to wrestling. It's just baseball news related to my Blue Jays team. I'll talk about it Saturday. But if it's a big trade or signing my team Jays was made while I'm live streaming, I'm gonna say it on here. Or if it's okay, so be prepared in case that happens in the future. So NXT, right? What did happen in NXT? Oh, Mercedes Martinez came back. Tim, if you remember how NXT, help me remember. I just know some bit. Mercedes Martinez came back, defeated I forgot who the girl's name is. I think it's Rita Reyes, but she has a new name now. I think she was the girl in that team of Sin Cara last year under that mask. The woman. Oh, we know that Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher are going to battle in the Fight Pit this Wednesday. That's what we know from the NXT. Oh, what I like was Cross and... Oh, Finn Balor went to the ring. Before he went to the ring, Pete Dunne defeated Roderick Strong. Pete Dunne met Finn Balor backstage by the steps to the regular position to the entrance. They're going to tease something. I think Pete Dunne's next in line after New Year's Evil. We got Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor in the ring. And this has turned up a notch. Now you can see the tension between the two. And you think Karrion Kross come out with Scarlett. And then behind Karrion Kross, Damian Priest is back. They brawl each other backstage through tables, through the pixie glass. It's crazy. They're gonna fight each other. NXT New Year's Evil this Wednesday, guys. This Wednesday. It's just 2 days away. I know what the main event was. We see all night long Gargano, Johnny Gargano, the Ray faction, Gargano, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, and Austin Theory. There's been a cat, Bad Luck, Black Cat, Bad Luck, and I don't know how a cat got into the Capitol Wrestling Center. Okay. There's a he threw something, broke a mirror, and that's Bad Luck, right? He walked under a ladder. He didn't realize that, but he didn't realize he walked under a ladder, so that's another Bad Luck. But he won in the main event against Leon Ruff, so Bad Luck didn't affect him at all. What I like about this part, we know Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez are going to have a last man woman match at New Year's Evil Takeover. But I like about it, the story between these two just got more personal. As you know, Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley, I've seen them pictures on Instagram, on Twitter, in 2018, 2019. They're really the best friends. They were like sisters. You can see them. Pictures, video. There was one time when I think they were in Ohio for NXT tour in Ohio. Rhea Ripley was with Raquel Gonzalez. Rhea Ripley was playing with Snow. They were best of friends. And they played on the story how something changed with Raquel Gonzalez. Rhea Ripley's like Raquel Gonzalez was jealous, Rhea Ripley or something like that. And then I like how they made this personal between the two. How they were friends in real life. All that stuff, those pictures together, them being best friends, taking one to another. Rhea Ripley, King from Australia, right? She didn't know much of the U.S. Raquel Gonzalez was one of her first friends. They became best friends. That's all real. I like how they used some of the realism from real life, and they used it into this feud on last week's NXT by having them talk about their time together in NXT and on the road together as friends, and how this year it was divided by the two, and now they're brawling each other. She was the most powerful female in the NXT roster, I guess the Dom of the division. Yeah, I said a Dom of the division. I like how they use the personal life, the friendship they're together, as a hook for the story, as something that made this feud more interesting. Because I really loved the Halloween Havoc match, and there's some speculation this is Rhea Ripley's last match at NXT. I don't know if that's true. I have to find that out, but she's main roster ready, and I don't know what brand could use her. I know she's moving on SmackDown, but I don't know. I think if she went to SmackDown, that would hurt Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair on SmackDown, because, well, Bianca Belair is doing very well. I know she's getting pinned and stuff, but you could tell they're high on her, and they think she has a very good future in the WWE main roster. I think she's future champion. So that's NXT, guys. So New Year's Evil stream preview show, 2:00 Wednesday. Let's get to SmackDown now. Roman Reigns opens the show with Jey Uso. Kevin Owens comes out. Jey Uso wants to take out Jey Uso. He's enough of Roman Reigns for the night. He wants to take out Jey Uso. I'll get to the main event later. We had Big E versus King Corbin. Then Big E winning, but Sami Zayn was a commentary. He got involved and stuff. And then all of a sudden there was Big E teaming up with, I forgot who was he teaming up with. Not Daniel Bryan, right? So Apollo Crews. because Apollo Crews is the one that mostly helped get Sami Zayn back in the lumberjack match where Big E became champion. I know. It's like I forget it was Apollo Crews because Apollo Crews is either here and there, right? He's either being pushed one day or he's invisible. And so they win again, Big E and Apollo. Backstage, Apollo and Big E are being interviewed, and Apollo Crews is, I'm going to win the title. I'm going to challenge you for the title because Big E says he's going to have an open challenge for the Intercontinental title on SmackDown this week. And he looks like they're getting serious, but it was all a joke. You're still going to fight. You're still going to wrestle, but it was all a joke. So this SmackDown, we're going to have Intercontinental Championship match between Apollo Crews and Big E. Of course, Big E's going to win. He's not going to lose it. I think maybe Sami Zayn gets involved. Now we have a women's match between Carmella and Bayley versus Sasha and Bianca Belair. Sasha and Bianca Belair lose. I believe Sasha Banks got the pin. I know you say the champion got the pin, but look, it's a tag team match. Yeah, who cares? It doesn't hurt at all. She's still champion. A champion loses once in a while in anything, guys. If she loses more and more, I agree. But they're building up Bianca Belair to be the next big thing in the WWE, right? And her losing, it doesn't hurt at all. She didn't get pinned this time. By her having in this match with Bayley and Sasha Banks shows how high on her. Her having that match last week with Charlotte, Asuka, Bayley, and Sasha, and even Carmella to a certain extent, was showing how high on her. She took the pin, but think of it. She took a pin to Charlotte. This Charlotte we're talking about. And Charlotte's a tag team champion. Look. They're not burying Bianca Belair. In fact, she's my top contender, my favorite to win the Women's Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble. Bayley's second. And I think it's going to be a SmackDown. Women's is going to win it. So they're not hurting Bianca Belair. Let's go to this. So Street Profits, one of the worst segments I've ever seen. We're in the ring playing with musical instruments. I don't care. You see Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler beat the crap out of them, and they're gonna get a tag team title shot, SmackDown tag team title shot on this SmackDown coming up this Friday. Okay. And then we get the main event. Kevin Owens beats Jey Uso. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot the Billy Kay thing. Billy Kay still stuck up on the Riot Squad. Out comes Tamina, then out comes Natalia. We think Billy Kay was teaming up, but someone's no, it's Natalia and Tamina. They lose to the Spirit Squad. Wow, I almost said Spirit Squad. Can you imagine that? So they lose to the Riot Squad. I don't know what's next. You see backstage Sonya Deville walking. Sonya Deville's back, guys. Just walking his camera. No interview, nothing. You see there's people backstage seeing her walking backstage. You would think Billy Kay, who was there backstage, you can see the backstage with Sonya Deville, you would think she couldn't find a successful tag team partner, go up to Sonya Deville, and Sonya Deville just give her one of those looks, like I'm not interested in looks, but Billy Kay with her comedy attitude, with her just go up and give her a resume and headshot, and Sonya Deville would be like, no, and just walks off. That's all she has to say, no, and walks off. And now we get to the main event. Kevin Owens beats Jey Uso, and he started after the match. That was not enough. He started to beat the crap out of Jey Uso, wanted to injure him to get women's attention. There was a table there backstage. All the way backstage was a table there, and Kevin Owens goes out. We're behind the screens. Where the people's the fans. The screens were the fans. From the Thunderdome where you could view from. He goes on top of there. So he was going to do a splash, but when out of nowhere, Roman Reigns comes out of nowhere and starts beating the crap out of Kevin Owens. Jey Uso recovers, beat the crap out of Kevin Owens. And there's a table there. They put Kevin Owens through the table, man. To end the show, man. Kevin Owens has been taking a beating in this feud, man. How many bruises does this guy have? God. He's a workhorse, man. You got to give this guy a title, man. Make him a champion. Because this is championship stuff, man. He's making his Roman Reigns is great, but having Kevin Owens as his adversary in this, wow, it makes it even better. Just get the shit kicked out of him. He will not die. You know Matt Hardy will not die. Kevin Owens will not die. He's stealing that from Matt Hardy. And just keep going. My God, I think they're gonna continue Royal Rumble. Remember, now the Royal Rumble, guys. Bobby Lashley's in for the men's, and so is Dan O'Brien. And we know we're gonna get more people. More probably declare. More people are gonna declare. More superstars are gonna declare on Raw and SmackDown. And we'll probably get some guys from NXT. Surprise. NXT guys. So that's my SmackDown review. Let's go do a Raw preview, then we'll get to the news. So tonight we got the tag team title match between Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. I'm looking forward to it. And then, guys, they're not burying Keith Lee. So get that out of your freaking heads, guys. They're not burying Keith Lee. He has a title match. If he's getting buried, and if he loses to Drew McIntyre, it's still not a burial. What's a burial is him losing to guys like Mustafa Ali, Ricochet. Ricochet is the guy who wants getting buried. That's the definition of getting buried in the past. Not Keith Lee. And we will know. We will know what happens with Alexa Bliss. Was she set on fire by Randy Orton? We will know about that. Yes. And it's Legends Night, guys. Let's see who's on the Legends Night. Let me find the list. Sorry, I gotta find the list. Here, we'll go for Wrestling Inc., guys. I'll do Wrestling Inc. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh. So, okay, let's see. Legends, okay. Of course, Hulk Hogan, let's see who the list is. Alicia Fox, I don't know if she's a legend, but okay. Beth Phoenix, yep. Big Show, yeah. Boogeyman, I guess. Booker T, yep. Candice Michelle, yeah, she has success. Carlito. Eve Torres is back. Well, Hillbilly Jim. Hulk Hogan, IRS. Randy Orton's gonna IRS, man. I wonder what Randy Orton's gonna do. Ivory Jacqueline, Jeff Jarrett, Jimmy Hart, Kurt Angle, Mark Henry, Melina, Michael P.S. Hayes, Mickey James, Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter, Tatanka, and Tori Wilson. Wow. You know this is just for ratings. This is just for to get ratings, guys. Just to get ratings. That's all it is, just to get ratings. It's Legends Night, guys. I'm surprised at some of them. Tatanka, wow. IRS. Now that's something interesting. Bray's father? I wonder what's going to happen. Is Randy Orton going to get involved with Bray's father? Are they going to play on that? Are they going to... As Randy Orton's going to... Are they going to ask IRS, like, be like, what is wrong with your son? Be like, how is this guy who works in IRS, has a tax man who goes to people and collects their taxes and stuff, have a son that has issues up here, right? The Fiend. I don't know. Maybe they should do something like that. I would do it. I'd be like, your son is nuts, sir. Yeah, he is. That's Raw Legends Night. And Eva Marie was originally supposed to be on it, but they pulled her off. Now, apparently, according to Fightful, on you should join Fightful Select to get news and updates. So join Fightful Select, guys. They do great stuff. So Eva Marie was originally supposed to be on Legends Night, but she's not anymore. she's been training in Orlando since like December 14th. So she's making a return and she's training. So it might mean she's actually going to wrestle. They've been apparently filmed some stuff for her, but they keep delaying her return. And Eva Marie back in WWE. Oh my god. You know what's going to happen, right? This is going to happen. When she returns, she's going to be number one wrestling topic trending on Twitter. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because that's how much heat she generates. Yeah. And I hope she doesn't wrestle because she can't wrestle. She's probably used to other roles, but her in the ring, my God. I think she's better than Nia Jax. Good. Then I'll take that, okay? Just be a little bit better than Nia Jax. That's all I'm asking for. Or not even Marie, because I mean, any woman can be better in the ring than Nia Jax. But Eva Marie, if she wrestles, yeah, you're just gonna be a shitstorm on Twitter. You're gonna see it. She's gonna be the number one thing that people are gonna talk about, and she's on YouTube. I guarantee you, she's gonna get the most YouTube views for that on the WWE YouTube channel. I guarantee it. She generates that much heat, that much attention from people, and not in a good way from the fans, like the hardcore fans. The casual fans don't give a shit. The hardcore fans know, because as long as they get views and attention, that's good for WWE. But to be honest with you, if you get a lot of views on YouTube, it's good. It's good. And she's gonna get that. She's gonna get that. I guarantee it. When she comes back, and they might be saving her for the Women's Royal Rumble. And if she wins, no, I'm joking. She won't win. She won't win. Speaking of which, we'll get some Royal Rumble news, guys. So we know that Daniel Bryan's going to be in for the men's and Bobby Lashley. We'll get more in. Nia Jax is in for the women's. But there's talk of a gimmick match between the Fiend and Randy Orton. So another gimmick match. They just had one TLC. And this match is going to be in the Funhouse, apparently. So they're going to wrestle. It's going to be maybe cinematic or something. Like the John Cena Fiend match at WrestleMania. So it's going to be something like that. I'm not surprised. Most of the Fiend's matches are gimmick matches. Have you know? Most of his matches have been gimmick matches. Especially in this year. You got 3 of them. I can count 3 of them. John Cena match, WrestleMania. The Strong match with Braun Strowman. And then I know this wasn't cinematic, like those 2 other matches, but the one TLC, the Fire Funhouse, Infernal Funhouse match, whatever it's called. And we're going to get another one at Royal Rumble. Yeah, so I don't know when the Fiend's coming back. We'll find out if Alexa Bliss has been set on fire tonight. We better find out, because you cannot skip that, right? Because it has to be the first thing to be mentioned on Raw. As soon as Raw starts, the commentators have to talk about that. That's the first thing. First thing Tom Phillips and Samoa Joe and Brian Sykes have to talk about is if Alexa Bliss has been set on fire. I know there's legends. They could probably introduce Hulk Hogan first, but talk about that, because that's bigger than anything in the legends, man. Somebody being set on fire, especially Alexa Bliss. What else is there, guys? Oh, there's more SmackDown, right? More Raw talk. Oh, well, one more early predictions. So, for SmackDown, I'm predicting Bianca Belair to win. Or Bayley. Because I think they're high on Bianca Belair. And the way they're using her right now, despite she's taking some losses. But bringing high-profile matches with like Sasha Banks, Bayley, even Carmella, Asuka, and Charlotte. It shows her high on her, and she's definitely championship material. We all know that. So she's my favorite. I do think it's going to be a SmackDown woman. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley wins. Don't be surprised if WrestleMania ends up becoming a triple threat match between Bayley, Bianca Belair, and and Sasha Banks. I think there's a strong possibility that might happen. It's very possible. And if I had to go to wild card, now don't hate me for this. Don't not hate me for this. And I know that, and if this happens, it's gonna get a lot of shitstorm on Twitter too. It's gonna be able to talk, and the people are gonna be, oh, they're pushing her too much. They're doing too much. Charlotte gonna give everything to Charlotte. And that's Charlotte winning. It's my wild card on Raw. It's 2 years in a row. And I have a reason for that because I think she's going to face Asuka at WrestleMania. She's going to pull a full 180 on Asuka. Remember Women's Royal Rumble? And their inaugural Royal Rumble 2018. She challenged Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania. She lost. I think Charlotte's going to do the exact same thing here. If she wins, I think that's going to that's what I think would happen. That's what I would do. She's my wild card because I do have the back of my mind that she might win. But I still think they're going to go down that road between Charlotte and Asuka at the Royal Rumble, at WrestleMania. I like to be different, but it's just something's going to happen in that team because Charlotte has a huge ego, man, the biggest ego on the roster. So I wouldn't be surprised if something happens with that team. And I thought they're going to have a small title reign. They should have a dominant title reign, but I figured they're not going to have a long title reign because something's going to happen with that too, where I think Charlotte turns on Asuka or something. And Charlotte's like, you never really beaten me in a big high-profile match. And WrestleMania will be that big high-profile match between the two. So they're going to pull Charlotte's I think if that happens, it's going to be a full 180. And if it doesn't happen, well, it could still be a full 180. I mean, we're not sure they're going to do an Elimination Chamber match or another pay-per-view, like possibly 2 pay-per-views between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Last year they didn't do it. They couldn't. Well, last year they didn't plan to, and obviously they couldn't. But they could probably do one. If it's not an Elimination Chamber match, they could probably do have another match. Pay-per-view match. That could perhaps determine the number 1 contender for Asuka's Women's Championship at Royal Rumble. Let's check if there's any other wrestling news, guys, before I go, because I got some time. Let's check. Nah, nothing really special, guys. So that's my show, guys, for today. So I'll talk about Wrestle Kingdom next week. Give you a week for that. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys. So before I go, remember Wednesday, NXT New Year's Evil stream, 2 o'clock p.m. Come join me. Thursday is all about the pop. Don't know what I'm going to have for that show yet. Probably talk about Cobra Kai. I just finished that season last night. Season 3, amazing season. I think there's heel and face turns in that season. I'm serious. Saturday, Why We Love Sports, episode 11. I'm thankful for SRS, Shana, Sapp, and Throwback for coming on my last episode Saturday, episode 10. Maybe I'll have more. Maybe I'll have guests again on Saturday. And it's all about wrestling next week. All those shows are at 3 p.m. except for Wednesday. And maybe it's all about the pop. Might be both. Those 2 shows might be at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. So it's good. So New Year's Evil is 2 p.m. live stream. So about the pop could be 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. either time. But Why We Love Sports is 3 p.m. Eastern, and this show is 3 p.m. Eastern. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe down below. I'll post up previous videos, so the top 5 breakout candidates of 2021 in WWE, who I think, and top 5 2020 WWE Superstars of the Year. So be on the lookout for that on here when I edit this. So thank you. Have a good day, good evening, good night, or wherever you're in this world. And I hope you enjoy Raw tonight. Legends Night. Take care. Bye.